guys, welcome back. Woo, it's been some time, since I filmed a video. Things have been going on at work full time, been working out, my daughter's in all the sports, everything. Anyways, but thank you guys for joining me. I went ahead, I did a little Colourpop little haul situation type spiel. I'm gonna go ahead and use a lot of their face products on today's look. If you want to see how I achieved this, I went ahead and zoomed you in. I went ahead and did my eye look, my eyebrows and my eyelashes off camera because that does tend to take me a little while, but I will dedicate a full tutorial at some point to how I do my eye looks. I'm still learning as I go. I'm still trying to find what works best for me, but anyways, I'm so excited because I went ahead and purchased a bunch of Colourpop makeup face products pretty much. I'm thoroughly excited. I know I'm months behind. I've been hearing a bunch of good things about the brand Colourpop. This is going to be my first time trying them. They're very affordable, so I'm very excited to clean it. I moisturize with the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. It moisturizes dry skin, treats and helps prevent pimples, and I have all of that, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this first. A lot of you guys probably know me already, but if you don't, welcome. My name is Karina. I probably should have done that in my intro, but whatever, we're here now. So pretty much about me is I am from Sitka, Alaska. Yes, Sitka, Alaska. Sitka, Alaska, and proud of it. My dad is originally from there. He was born and raised there. But anyways, yes, I'm from Sitka, Alaska. I lived there from 2 months old till I was, 13, 14 years old, and that's when I moved to New Mexico, Albuquerque. And I lived in Albuquerque from my 8th grade year to senior year in high school. So I lived in Albuquerque for a while, but my childhood growing up was in Alaska. So I'm very proud of where I come from. I'm very proud of my roots. My mother is from Panama, the country Panama. So I'm Panamanian, Native American. I'm just a whole bunch of things, but I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer from NYX. This is what it looks like. I got this at Ulta, I believe. I'm not quite sure. Maybe Walgreens, not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and prime the areas of my skin. Just didn't do that. I'm just gonna use my hands. Don't mind my bummy nail. I'm gonna get my nails done this week at some point, hopefully. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that sink in for a little bit, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get my stuff together. So I got the Colourpop No Filter Foundation. Looks like I got it in dark 150. I ordered this online. I'm in the shade dark 155. It was very tough picking my shade, especially because they have quite a big shade range, which is really good, but they have this little tool on there where you're able to filter by different brands that you've used in the past or at some point, and you're able to pick your shade in that brand, and then it kind of tells you what your match would be. So I use the Maybelline, what do I use? I use the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Fit Me in 330, which is toffee, which is this right here. And when I put that in the website, this is what they said my shade would be. I mean, I could see a slight resemblance. This one's a little more orange, I think, but that's fine. I like to use sponges when I apply my concealer and when I apply my foundation. Now, I've been using these sponges right here. It comes in a trio from Dollar... Ooh! It comes in a trio right here. I don't really use this one, so I should use these two. From Dollar General. I've been watching the YouTuber... I think her name is Juicy Jazz. I'm gonna double check on that, but I'm pretty sure her name is Juicy Jazz on YouTube. I'll go ahead and put it in right here once I figure that out, what her actual name on YouTube is. And she did a Dollar General review, like all Dollar General face, and she got these sponges from Dollar General, so I decided to try it out, and They're bomb. I've never used a beauty blender, so I don't know what the comparison is. I just know that these are super bouncy and they put my makeup on quite smoothly. I have 3 siblings. Ooh, hope this doesn't run. Oops, sorry. I have 3 siblings. I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger brother, but my younger brother and I, wow, that is, does that match? I think it's okay. Yeah. And I have 3 siblings. I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger brother. My younger brother and I are only 17 months apart, but he's still my baby brother. I drag my foundation down my neck. This looks, it looks a tad light, a tad bit light. But did I not? I probably should go. I probably should have went a shade darker. But that's okay. Okay. By the way, this stuff is this Colourpop foundation. Like all of their products are very reasonably priced, so I'll probably go ahead and purchase the shade darker than this one, just because I feel like this one's a little too light. I have like dark marks in this area. I can still see some coming through, but that's good for me. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my mirror up here. Just help me out a little bit. I always push my foundation kind of in my hairline just because I don't want there to be like a visible, a little more. I think that's also why I got into sports too. It's because my older brothers, growing up in a household with all brothers, you know, they play sports, they play video games. I was never really into video games, but I definitely was into sports. I played all the sports. I even played Little League baseball with the boys, made it to the all-star team. Little League All-Star team when I was in Alaska. We made it to regionals. We got to go to Anchorage, Alaska and play in the tournament to possibly qualify to go to the Little League World Series, but we ended up losing. That was a really good team, if I can remember correctly. So yeah, played baseball with the boys, played softball. I was a pitcher in softball. Then I really heavily got into basketball, and I got into basketball because I saw my older cousin. He played for the University of Indiana. IU, go Hoosiers, woo woo. But that's when I started getting into basketball because I saw him play growing up. I saw my brothers play growing up. I was able to see Carlos Boozer play growing up. Because he's from Juneau, Alaska. Well, I don't know if he's from Juneau, Alaska, but he went to high school in Juneau, Alaska, and he played my brothers all the time, so that was real cool seeing him play growing up. I didn't graduate college. I'm really close, but when life hits you, you kind of have to stop what you're doing and get back on track. Yeah, I feel like I'll go back to school eventually, but I did finish my basketball career though, so that was important to me. To finish, because I'm not a quitter, and I know that's kind of like cliche because I haven't finished school, but I haven't quit school. I just taken an extended break. I'll go back eventually, but sorry, I just want to make sure everything is like super blended because I have a thing with like things not being blended. I love 80s rock, maybe like late 70s, all of the 80s, early 90s. I love rock. And my dad and I just went to a Slash concert. That was super fun. I had a real good time with my dad. Like, and that was like one of my bucket lists, was to check that off, was to go to a rock concert with my dad, and I was able to, because the stories that he tells me about the rock concerts that he's been to, it's awesome. To hear, like, my dad was in the military. My mom and dad were in the military, and I asked my dad one day, I was like, what is the most dope concert you've ever been to? And he said it was Monsters of Rock in Germany, where he got to see all these rock bands, and I was just like, dang, that's so awesome, because that's something that, you know, I would enjoy, I know for sure. So yeah, experiencing that with my dad was the one thing I don't like is this doesn't have a lid, and it gets really like crusty and dirty right here. I don't like that, but other than that, it's fine, not a big deal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little more right here, just like I said, because I have a lot of dark marks, because I do have acne. I do have a skincare routine that I probably should stick to more than I do, but I'll get better. I'll get better over time, hopefully. So I'm just gonna make sure that's all blended in. Okay. Conceal under the eyes. I'm excited about this. I've heard a lot of good things about this concealer. This is the no filter concealer. This is the no filter This is the no filter concealer in the shade medium dark 36. What I like to do is I like to get it pretty close to my inner corner. I like to drag it down by my nose right here. Oh, this isn't a bad shade. And then I kind of like to drag it out like this. Now, mind you, no matter what concealer I use, I'm going to crease under the eye just because I have a ton of wrinkles under my eye. I've always had that. So if a concealer is creasing, that is not a big deal to me as long as I get the highlight that I need. Because no matter what, my under eye always creases because I just have a ton. You see all them wrinkles under my eye? Yeah. It's just inevitable that my concealer is going to crease. So I'll go ahead to highlight on the bridge of my nose, my forehead. This concealer is very creamy. It's not too thick. I like to do a little right here and a little right there. There we go. But this concealer's, it's not a bad shade. Not a bad shade. I'll probably go one darker though. So I'll go one shade darker in the foundation and probably one shade darker in the concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that Dollar General sponge. I did wet my sponges. That's a must. Otherwise these won't work effectively, I don't believe. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this smaller one. I'm gonna go ahead and buff this out. Yeah, you see, I'm already creasing. It's just, that's just the way it goes. Like Little Baby said, that's just how life goes. Huh? And I like to drag it up like this. Especially if I have an eye look, I like it to be semi-sharp. I like to cut it right here to make it sharp, if you know what I'm saying. But this is definitely a good concealer. That looks real good. I know I look ghostly, but I really honestly think it's my light. You see how, like I say, it doesn't matter what concealer I use. My under eyes are just super wrinkly. So yeah, just a little background. I did play basketball all of high school. I did play volleyball the later years in high school. I could have went to college for volleyball, but I definitely chose basketball instead just because that was my passion. That's what I did my whole life. I did go to Boston College out of high school on a full ride scholarship, so that was a big accomplishment for me, going Division I, and let alone going Division I to the ACC. That is huge for me. That's huge. So what am I doing? Oops. Anyways, like I was saying, going Division I to the ACC was definitely a huge accomplishment for me. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye. I'm gonna set it with the banana powder. I hope this isn't too dark, but this is just what the concealer comes in right here. It's a pretty good amount. How many? 0.3 ounces. I don't know how much this was. I don't remember. I think they had a sale going on when I was ordering all this stuff. I don't know if it was a sale, but a lot of things were discounted. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, use that same sponge that I used to buff out my concealer, and I'm gonna go ahead. I don't bake. I just literally press this under the bottom of my eye and then kind of sweep away the resistance. That's a good powder. And I'm also going to put powder on the areas that I concealed as well, which was my forehead, bridge of my nose. Mind you, again, I just press the powder in. I don't let it sit there. I don't let it bake. Gave up my body for that sport. And that's what a lot of people also don't understand, is that like some people are very blessed to not get any severe injury while they're playing basketball. I was not so lucky. So when I say basketball is unforgiving, I feel like it took a lot from me in my body, mentally and physically. And that's why, to me, I don't love it as much as I do. Just like March Madness, the men's tournament is a vibe. It's a vibe. I just love it. I love the competitiveness. I love that anybody can lose on any given night, no matter if you rank number 1 or you 16 seed. Like, I love March Madness. Okay, I'm also going to go in with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. This is in neutral. This is N7. This is N7. Normally I use C6, but I'm going to go ahead and put this all over the face as well. This is the Morphe Bronze and Contour in Showmance. This is what it looks like. Just real chiseled out. And then I'll blend it with a fluffier brush. General and basketball run in my family. My brothers did it all throughout high school. My little brother did it all throughout high school. I was lucky enough that I was able to go to college and pursue that. And take this more fluffier brush right here. I think I got this brush on Amazon, not sure. And I'll just kind of buff that like this. I do this to reduce my 5 head. I got a big head because of my dad. That man got a huge head. But yeah, my mom, gosh, I think she ran track. She ran track in Panama, I believe. And then she played basketball. We all have this like little joke with her, like she only made the basketball team because her baby sister. So my mom is not good at basketball at all. And I really, for real, credit my dad. That man taught me everything pretty much I know about basketball. Reduce the appearance of my double chin I got going on. And then I'll go back into this smaller fluffy brush, and then I'll kind of just contour up the nose a little bit. Yeah, that looks real good. Clean up what I was doing just to make it have a more clean cut appearance. I'll let that sit there. There we go. I'll let that sit there while I do the rest of my makeup. And then I'll dust that off when I'm done doing whatever it is I need to do. So next I'm going to go ahead and move on to blush. I use one blush. I haven't experimented with any others. Obviously, like, I will branch out and find new ones. But I used to be subscribed to BoxyCharm, and they sent me this Note blush right here. This is the only thing I use. And it's in the shade Desert Rose. This is what it looks like. I like this a lot. And I'll go ahead and take this Wet n Wild fluffy brush right here. What I like to do is I just like to put it on the apples of my cheeks and then brush up. So, and then I'll just to give it like a splash of color. And then I'll just the appearance of a little rosy nose. Just a splash of color. Yeah, I like that. So into highlight, what I like to use is I like to use this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlight. Okay, this is the shade Mega Glow. They have bomb highlighters. I used to have way more, but I've kind of like reduced. But yeah, I love their highlighters. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this Morphe brush, M510 brush. I like this. It's pretty fluffy. I like it. I use it for highlight. And I'll just go ahead and hello. Oh boy, hi. Okay, hair, come on. Some days I just like over highlight, but I like the way highlight looks. So what I'll do is I'll put it on the bridge of my nose as well. And I'll put it on my forehead. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust off the rest of this powder. I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush right here. This is from Wet n Wild. I'm not sure what kind of brush this is. And I'll just, you see how it looks more clean now? Yeah, I like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the Colourpop All-Star Matte Blur Face Setting Spray. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with this first, and then I'm going to apply more highlighter just to kind of give it that wet look. And then we'll go from there. Let me just cover my eyes real quick. Well, whatever. Whew. It's a very powerful spray. It smells interesting. It's not my favorite smell, but got my whole hair wet. That's powerful. And then I'm gonna apply some more highlighter while my face is still pretty wet. Ooh. Down the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and take this brush. I got this from Amazon. It's an angled brush. It goes like this, and I like to use the pointed edge to highlight under my eyebrow bone, or under my brow bone. Yeah, that's it. That's a vibe. That's where it's at. Yep, that's a vibe for real, this highlight is. Okay, and then I'm also gonna highlight on the inner corners of my eyes. We're just gonna be a highlighted mess today. Oh, I like that, that's pretty. This highlighter's so bomb. Okay. Wow. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and step off camera for a second. I'm going to go ahead and do the lip. Gosh, my nail. I look like a bum. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and step off the camera. I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. And then, all right, you guys, this is the completed and final look. All I did was just line my lips, add a little bit of lip gloss just to give a splash of color. But yeah, I like this Colourpop foundation. I like the concealer, the setting powder, just because I'm really used to my Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, but it's okay. I gotta play with it a little more to see what I like about it, what I don't like. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I see you guys, well, not see you guys, but hopefully you guys join me on the next video. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Whatever it is y'all do, I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you guys join me next time.